Live. All right, we are live. First video for the Thrifting Lounge. This is Joshua with the Thrifting Lounge.
And I am Kevin with Thrift and Lounge.
So what we want to do basically was give you guys 5 items each that we found recently to be on the lookout for. And the idea behind it kind of was to try to find items that were some that are somewhat common, and then a couple that are really unique as well. I happened to find two, or really three, really unique items today that I've never seen in my Goodwill. But I've also got two items that I see pretty regularly and sell pretty well. So I guess with that, we'll just get started. The very first thing I have is this on the wall. If you can see, it is a vintage Pendleton herringbone coat. Let me see. Get you up a little bit closer to it. And
yeah, it looks better. That's gorgeous right there, man. I love that.
it's
Nice
the
wide herringbone cut.
Yeah, and I want to show the tag too. It's kind of a different tag than what I've seen before. Still think it's legitimate, but I just think it's just an older one. It says Pendleton Ltd on it, which is limited. And what I'm going to try to do here is actually do a screen share and show you what I found in terms of research. So I paid $6 for this thing. Reason I bought it is because it's a Pendleton. It's kind of a no-brainer. The size, it doesn't have a size on it. The design, it's virgin wool, and it's just a really cool herringbone, which is pretty popular anyway. So I'm going to try to show you on eBay. Let's see here. I'm going to go. Alright, this is the first time I'm doing this on video, so bear with me. Screen share. Here we go. Start screen share. Okay. Can you see that good, Kevin?
I don't see anything yet. There we go.
Okay. So this one, I'll go back. Well, I can't go back one step, but this one is a little bit different in terms of it's got buttons and it's different color. There are none that are just like the one that I bought. This one was actually listed for $6.95, and the guy took a best offer of $150. There are a few of them that are this similar style for about $135 to $150. Because mine is the herringbone design, and it seems to be a little bit older than these, I'm going to list it for $265 for the best offer.
Now, you said that this is the same label that's on your Pendleton.
Yeah, same label.
So maybe it's just on the trench coats or the coats.
That's what I'm thinking, is that the label is specific to, some type of trench coat, because there's other sport coats and blazers that still have the kind of more typical Pendleton design, but I've seen a few of these tags also on some vintage images on Google search.
Yeah, if any of you guys out there, want to chime in or know about this specific label on the Pendletons, please let us know. Send us a comment on the video or send us a message.
Yeah, and I want to, let's see. Okay, I want to share that label one more time just so people can see. It says Pendleton Ltd. And it doesn't have the kind of typical, the blue and gold like you normally see. But it is really good. It's really heavy, really good quality. So again, $265 on that. Never sold this one before or anything like it. So I don't have a clue how long it's going to take to sell. And again, I'm going to sell it for $265, best offer with 14 shipping. So the next item I found, which for me is super rare, and I was really, really excited to find this. And some of you may know this right off the bat.
Gorgeous.
It's a Robert Graham. And it's got on the inlay kind of the inside of the, I don't even know what you call that, the button inlay, I guess, and then the sleeves as well. It's got really cool designs. And again, we're going to go back.
Is that a flip-up collar? Flip-up?
Yeah, this would be, I guess technically it would be called a French cuff.
Yeah, it's for cuffs, right?
Well, actually, this one wouldn't be a French cuff because it has a button for the buttonhole.
Okay, so it could be flip-up cuffs.
Yeah, it could be flip-up cuffs, but you can see it's got a button hole. And then again, I think, I'm going to see how well this works in the first video of doing the screen share. Because it really gives people, like not definitive evidence, but I mean you can see what I'm looking at, what I'm pricing it on. So I bought this one for $6 as well. It was $12, 50% off. This one sold April 14th, so a month and 3 days ago for
That's a really cool
104.
design. That's a sick design.
Yeah, the sleeves on mine are a little bit different, but they're still pretty wild in terms of design-wise. So that's the main reason I bought it. I mean, I say that. I guess because it's Robert Graham, I really grabbed it. The key features on this, though, are that it has the flip-up collars and the really unique design here. And the one I have is also a 2XL, which is, you know, the bigger the better. We talk about that all the time. That's going to sell incredibly quick.
And if you guys out there ever find Robert Graham or anything remote like that looks like has a weird looking design underneath the cuffs or has a weird embroidery underneath the back of the collar, and it's like in cursive and you can kind of make it out, definitely grab it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, anything Robert Graham's going to sell.
Yeah.
This is the next thing I found was actually right behind it was a green Robert Graham. This is the exact design that I have. Sold for 51, 15 bids. I paid $6 for it. It's a medium, but this is a medium as well. So you're looking between these two shirts, $150. I paid $12. For me, that's pretty good. That's not super typical, but obviously I'm happy with that. The next shirt that I found is this Patagonia, and I'll have to show you because I don't think they have very good pictures. Oh, they do. So it's a Patagonia flannel. Well, it's not flannel. I guess more of a plaid shirt. It's not really flannel material. It's kind of a thin cotton, but it's got the New Belgium, which is a beer company, embroidered on it or patch sewn on it. And I had never seen this before, so I guess it's some type of company tour or something they did like that. And it sold for, I think this one was listed for $69, and the guy took a best offer of $45. So that's, you know, seems like a pretty easy sale. Patagonia always sells well, and anytime you can combine two big names like that, it's usually a good bet. And the last thing I'll show you here is
hold on a second. I want to do a quick screen share of
okay.
Just let people know that Patagonia is like a highly collectible company, and they do sell these. Let me just pop it open real quick. Screen share. I don't know. I think you might have to get off your screen share, maybe.
Okay. Okay, there we go.
There we go. I bought this for $5, and it's a Patagonia Cinchilla. And at first I thought it was a woman's because I mean it's a peach, kind of like a pink color.
Right.
So someone actually privately messaged me on eBay and said that they worked for the company for like years, and they made this around the early 80s, and it's actually a men's. And come to find out, the measurements, you know, came out to be a men's XL. And I sold this for $60, and I think I listed it for maybe a couple weeks, and it had about 17 watches on it.
Nice.
The first time, and the buyer didn't pay for it, and then not even 2 days later, after I relisted it, sold. And I mean, these things are. If you find the Patagonia Cinchilla T-snap fleeces, grab them.
Yeah, the Cinchillas sell. I mean, regardless of what size or what color they are, they sell. But again, just about anything that you find, in terms of high-end brands or even low-end brands, the crazier the design is. I mean, the more unique items sell the quickest. You know, and there's some of the Patagonia Cinchilla fleeces that look like kind of have a Native American. Or Southwestern motif, man, that stuff sells for $250, $300 all day long.
Yeah, I mean, don't ask me why. They're really collectible.
Yeah, I mean, it's vintage and it's still very functionable, still very fashionable.
And they're well made, man. If you feel those, they're super soft. I think that's the reason why I call them Cinchilla, for the softness and its fabric.
Yep, I agree. So last thing I have here is I'm gonna try to pronounce this. Maybe I won't butcher it too bad, like Rakin does. It's Ermenegildo Zegna. Most people just call it Zegna, but it's super simple design. It's just basically a check or a window pane design. Paid $3.99 for it at Goodwill. I mean, it's large, excellent condition. It actually had the I don't know what I did with it, but it had the dry cleaner tag on it, so. Knew it had just been washed. Looks like it's been really well taken care of. and any of those Zegna shirts are going to sell. The couple that I've had have literally lasted about a week and a half. And two of them, to me, weren't even very good-looking shirts. They didn't compare to this one at all. So I probably would give this a week max before it sells. I'm going to list it for $85 or best offer with $4 shipping. Both on the Robert Graham shirts, I'm going to do free shipping on those. And then the Patagonia shirt, I'm going to do $4 shipping on it. So that's another thing, too, is when you're looking at the different shipping options, some of the shirts are going to be really light, and you can ship them first class if they're really light and small. Like a lot of the Tommy Bahamas and Rand Spooner, like Hawaiian shirts, are made out of silk. That'll fit in a little. Well, I have these right here. It'll fit in a small pouch, and you can just stuff it in here. This is like a 6x9, and pay $2.80 to ship it first class. So anyway, that's
I use the these. I'm blowing a brain fart right now with the I forget the name of them are. But you can get a bunch of them on eBay for super cheap. And they're really, yeah, exactly. And they're really lightweight, and they come in all sorts of sizes. And I can even throw a jacket into one of the ones that are like. I think I have one that's about 20 inches long. I can throw a nice size jacket in it and send it out. But I always wrap it up nicely before I send it off. I always do. If it's 13 ounces or under, I always do the free shipping. And on some mid to higher items, I'll throw the free shipping in also, if I can throw them into a padded flat rate envelope or a legal size flat rate envelope. Mm-hmm. I mean, don't feel free. Don't shy away sometimes from doing the free shipping, because it will boost your rankings on eBay.
Yeah, for sure. Well, that's my 5 items. You can go ahead with yours. After the Pepsi ad, or what is that?
What?
After your Pepsi ad.
Yeah, there you go. All right. The first thing I'm going to show, because there's a couple of the things I want to show, like a couple of the brands that I have, and I might do it a little differently. But my first brand is, I live in Florida, and I do a lot of fishing, and I see these Columbia. I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah.
Columbia PFGs.
Yeah, and the PFG stands for professional fishing gear.
Yeah, if you can find the ones that are nylon and polyester, they actually go more than the cotton. And we had a new Goodwill open up about 2.5 weeks ago. And I went over there, and I think I spent like $350 on a bunch of stuff. Mm. And so there was like 4 of them. Actually, no, sorry, 5 of these in a row. 3 cotton and 2 polyester. This one has a couple stains on. I've held off a little bit to because I didn't want to. I'm trying to get the stains out. It just doesn't look like they're going to come out. So they're not bad. It's more like someone brushed up against something. And so I'm gonna probably try to get like maybe $17 for it. But on the 4 that I've sold, they only lasted. I think 1 or 2 of them sold within 2 hours, and I sold those for $26 and $29.
Man, that's quick money right there, dude.
Yeah, but those are the cotton ones. Those ones go for a little less. And these are huge sizes. They're all 2Xs, so it must have been from the same person that had them and donated them. And I have an Omni shade that was a polyester. I sold that for full asking price of $35. That was it took about 5 days. But the other ones, I sold them real quickly, so I probably made about, I want to say like $140 on like a $12 investment, and that's not even including this Columbia one that I still have left. It's the last one I have left. But if you find even the short sleeve ones, the Omni shades, the polyester, even the cottons, they'll go for an easy. The short sleeve, I would say like the short sleeve is about 20 to 25, depending on the fabric. If the fabric's like polyester or nylon, they'll go up to like 30. And the long sleeves, you can get like 25 plus all day long.
Nice. And that one has the little flaps in the back too, right?
Yeah, it's actually, no, this one doesn't have the vent. No, yes, it does. It has the vent.
And I think that's characteristic too. It's something that you can look for as the people watching. If you're looking for or looking at Columbia, Usually it'll have PFG under the thing, but also the vents in the back are just, there are some shirts that are not PFG that have those vents, and that's really easy to sell too.
Yeah, I mean, because I fish, and I mean, I'll be out there, and it's in Florida, and I'm on a pier, and I'll be out there in about 90-degree weather with the humidity just ridiculous, and I put these on all the time, and I feel so much better.
Right.
But definitely look for Columbia. The next one is a little different Pendleton than what Josh had. This is a Pendleton board shirt, and how you can tell it's a board shirt is it has the two flaps in the front, and this one's a little even rarer because it has the loop collar at the top.
Nice.
These board shirts were made famous back in like the 50s because the surfers used to swim with them, like surf with them, and it would be like before they had like wetsuits for surfers. This is what they would use. And this is a shirt, actually, these shirts were really made popular when the Beach Boys came out. But anyways, I wanted to show that. I'm pretty sure it might be from the 60s to the early 70s label.
Yeah, I'd really like to find a place to be able to really identify those labels.
Yeah, I mean, I go to Vintage Fashion Guild, and I mean, this is how I know that the labels around this late 60s or early 70s, because they take the pictures of the labels from whether it's Gucci, stuff like that.
Yeah, I've seen some of that stuff, but like the Ralph Lauren, it just says like this is between 80 and 98, and I'm like, well, okay.
Yeah, they don't give you like specific labels on it, but I mean, I love going to for all my vintage items and their higher end items. I always go to Vintage Fashion Guild. Like, I'll show you my right now. I'll show you my Gucci. I have these listed right now. The ones I have up for $180. I'll take shoot things up. These are the ones I have up for $180, and these are about $30 less than my other pair because it's missing one of the labels, but it does have the Gucci logo right there.
Nice, dude.
And these are the horse bit.
Yeah.
And these are vintage. These are, I mean, these are, I'd say like early 80s, maybe late 70s. When I bought these, I'll show you the other pair. The other pair is in really good condition. Is in a lot better condition. When I got these, they were in like really bad shape. I mean, the leather was just like, it wasn't good at all. And I talked the guy down. He wanted like $20 for the pair, and I'm like, you know, man, I mean, all I have is like $10 on me. So he's like, all right, I'll give you $10 for the pair. And then I went to a shoe repair shop. If you ever have like dress shoe stuff like that, or even sometimes like if you have purses that are like the leather's broken or something's broken on it, a lot of the time the shoe repair places will offer, you know, they'll help you out with your purses and my shoes. And I went in there and I asked them, you know, I've never done this before. What can I do to make these, you know, be a $100 plus pair of shoes? And he told me he had to respray them and shine them, and he had to actually spray them twice because the color was bad. It wasn't looking good at all. But I mean, the soles are pretty good.
Yeah, for such a vintage shoe, it looks really good. I really wish you had a photo of the before and after, man. That'd be great.
I know, man. I didn't know. Dude, it would have been sick if you saw it from before to now.
Yeah, I bet it was a big transformation.
I don't know if you can see that. It says G Gucci. I believe these are from the 70s. It's the vintage label. I mean, these are authentic. You can just tell when you feel a good pair of dress shoes. You could tell it from a good pair to a bad pair.
Yeah.
And these ones I have for $209, and I have 3 watches on this, and I have the ones for $180. I've actually turned down 5 offers, and most of them range from $80 to $110. Because I want at least $160 for these, and I'm in both of them. I mean, total in both pairs, I'm into them for $50, so like $25 a pair. So I mean, and if I make, you know, a couple $100 from them, that's really good profit for me. Am I coming in clear?
Do what?
Am I coming in clear?
Yeah, your camera's a little fuzzy though.
Yeah, I might have.
I think last time when you just like got close to the camera and backed up for some reason, it kind of refocused or something. I don't know. Whatever you did last time, they fixed it pretty well.
Yeah, I gotta open up the software real quick. I'm sorry about that. I got a new camera and
Well, while you're doing that, I'm gonna go ahead and show my one unique item that we're gonna
yes,
go over.
yes.
I actually kind of have two. I wanted to show you guys an idea that I was trying, but it actually didn't work out. But maybe it'll save you from doing the same thing. But this is a Panhandle Slim, and they've made different. It's kind of hard to see, but it says Brooks and Dunn by Panhandle Slim. They've done a bunch of different shirts with different people, kind of collaborated. But this shirt is really unique in terms of the bull horns on the back. And then just the colors in general. It's kind of hard to see on camera, but it's like a kind of a rainbow of colors here. And that shirt, I think, Kevin, you said that shirt would probably sell for about $60 or so.
Yeah, it should. I mean, it has a Brooks and Dunn label.
Yeah, I haven't looked it up. I did find one that sold, I think, for 52 or something, but it was from a long time ago. So.
How am I coming in now?
Yeah, that's good. It's a lot more clear now.
Okay. I just had to do that. Sorry about that.
Yeah, now it just went back out of focus.
Back out of focus?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's something to do with my webcam.
I feel like you need to get up and do a dance and make it up there. It went.
There we go. Anyways, because I'm doing a manual focus right now, so I'm just like, forget it. I don't need to autofocus it. But yeah, I have Panhandle Slim. The first time I came in contact with them, I bought a bunch of Pearl Snap shirts, and this one had like the little line that comes through. It's like a rodeo shirt.
Uh-huh.
I sold that for $55, and it was for a woman's. So Panhandle Slim has you can make really good profits off them. You know, I have a couple right now that are kind of plain, but I'll still like make 25 off it. And I mean, if you find any cowboy shirts with like the Pearl Snaps, and I mean, a lot of, I want to say like 85% of them sell for $20 plus. I mean, and if you get a good brand like Rockmount, Ranchwear, or Panhandle Slim or H-Bar C, grab them. I mean, you get a premium for those brands.
For sure. I don't want this video to be too long. What's your next item?
My next item is these Nikes.
Oh yeah, those are the tweed ones, right?
Yeah, these are like tweed. The only other one I can find out there is let me look it up real quick. The only ones I could find out there were these ones, and they're the same exact one. These ones right here, do you see that yet?
Yeah, I can see it.
Same exact ones, and they went for $105. And these were as an auction. So, I mean, these are well made. I think mine are in a little bit better condition.
Mm-hmm.
And let me back. Gotta get used to this.
Yeah, no, it takes a minute.
Yeah, I mean, these things are.
Yeah, those are sweet, man.
Yeah,
what year are those? Do you know what year they are?
It says on the inside, it says 2010, and it has the Nike Swoosh 6.0. So I mean, I think they're skate shoes, but still, I mean, anything Nike, if you get like a rare item, they're highly profitable. I think I'm gonna list those probably about 100, 125, or best offer.
Yeah, that's a good profit. How much did you pay for them?
Over 100.
What did you pay for them?
I think it was $8 at Goodwill. The same one where I found all those Columbias. It wasn't the same day though. My next one's a pretty good label. I actually have a buyer that actually follows my whenever I list these shirts, the Slim Fit Hugo Boss. And I mean, I'll message him, tell him I'm sure I'm going to message him and tell him I got another one in. And this one actually is a better design than the other ones I've sold before, and I've sold those for like $20, $25. And this one's made in Italy, so I want to get at least minimum, $30, $35. It's a large, slim fit. Like, it's a really cool looking design.
I like that.
Yeah, it's. Anyways, yeah, it's made in Italy. So if you find Hugo Boss, really slacks, anything, grab the Hugo Boss. It's a really good brand.
Yeah, what did you pay for that one?
$369.
Nice.
Yeah. I mean, even the material's a little bit. It's cotton, but it feels like a little silky.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's made in Italy, so.
Nice. Yeah, that stuff's high quality.
I don't just sell men's clothes. I also sell a lot of women's clothes, and actually, I have really good luck selling women's clothes.
Nice.
And one of the brands to look for, and again, this is the same Goodwill. It was the same day I found the Columbia's.
Mm-hmm.
Lily Pulitzer.
Oh yeah, that's a really.
Yeah, this is. She just passed away, and ever since she passed away, like she's highly sought after. A lot of people love Lily Pulitzer, whether it's the this is a Tutti Frutti print.
Yeah, I like that print. That's cool, man.
That dress. I mean, it's in good shape. There's one. I mean, I got to really look at it. There's one tiny, small little dot inside one of these, like one of the small little sewn-on holes.
Yeah.
And but I'm trying my best to get rid of it. And if it doesn't go, I'm going to take it to my dry cleaner and have to see what she can do. If it doesn't go, then I mean, I'll still try to get $35 for it. But if it does clean up the way I want it to clean up, I'm gonna probably try to get up to upwards of, I would say, $45 to $60. $60 I'll set the price at, and I'll take the best off of anything over $45.
Yeah, what were they selling for on eBay? Didn't you see one for 50 or 60 or something?
Yes, I have one right here.
Well, was it an auction or buy it now?
I think here it is. Let me pull it up for you. There you are. You see that, right?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay, yeah, this is the same exact one I have. Theirs is a size 10. I think this is this is a 6. It's a little smaller. This one was a bid too, so and this was $50 March 5th, so it's kind of close.
Mm-hmm.
This one has a stain on it. Okay, this one's a lot worse than my stain.
Nice. Yeah, so you should be able to get more for it then.
Yeah, I have my stain's like, I want to say like, oh, here it is. I got it. I'll show you the stain right now.
Okay.
This tiny little stain right. Do you see that?
Man, you barely can. Yeah, right in the white spot. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's barely there, but it's there. It's a good maybe centimeter.
Yeah.
And that I have a picture of that already up. I haven't listed it, but I'll definitely take a picture of that and write in the listing, it has a small size. It could be a coffee stain or something.
Yeah, that's kind of what it looked like to me, but who knows? It could be chocolate too.
But if you do ever find stuff that has stains in it, don't shy away from it, because if it's a good enough brand and the stain isn't so bad or it's on a place that's not noticeable, you can still sell it. I've sold another Hugo Boss actually that had a small stain in the cuff.
Uh-huh.
And it was barely noticeable, and I still got what I wanted for it, and I even told the guy about it.
Yeah, it's always best to disclose that stuff, obviously. But yeah, some people buy it anyway.
Yeah, I always tell my customers that.
Some people, have faith in themselves being able to get it out, or if it's in a really unnoticeable place.
Yeah, same thing with if you're missing buttons, like on the sleeve or something. Some people, I'll sell the stuff still with if it's missing buttons, because I know a lot of these people will go to their tailor and they'll have them there, and they'll pay the $4 or $5 to put a button on and sew it.
Right.
So anyways, this next one, if you ever are into sport coats, and let me back up a little.
Is that 2-button or 3-button?
It's a 2-button front, and it has a herringbone, small herringbone, but I mean, it's gorgeous. It's like a black, silver, and gray with the red stripe, red lines coming down.
Yeah, you can see it just barely.
Yeah, it's really cool, and it's half lined. And if you ever see these labels right here, Harris Tweed.
Harris Tweed, yeah.
I've had so much good luck finding them lately. I've sold I found the last 2 months 6 different ones.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know what's going. Actually, I found 3 in one Goodwill.
And it fell pretty well.
This was this is one right here that I found at that same Goodwill.
Nice.
And it's for Saks Fifth.
Oh yeah. Okay, so it's got 2 logos on it.
Yeah, and it has the sewn in chest pocket,
Nice.
and sewn in flat pockets. Now there's pockets in here, and so I mean this must be newer because they left the pocket sewn shut. But
Yeah,
it's up to
I wonder
them.
how many people do that on a normal basis. Because all the jackets I've ever had, I always have the pockets cut open.
Yeah, I find a lot of them like that. I mean, they're basically whenever somebody feels like whoever buys it or whoever owns it cuts open the pockets, you have a full flat pocket,
Right.
true pocket, and I mean they're in there. You can feel them good inside the lining inside here. You can feel them. They're there.
How much did you pay for that one?
I paid $11. I paid $11, but the same exact one I found, it went for $110.
Dang, that's good.
They do take a while to sell, like any sport coat, stuff like that, jackets,
Yeah.
blazers. They take a while to sell, but I mean, you can make ridiculous profits off of it. And actually, one of our buddies in our group, Steve Rakin, he has a book coming out called Blazing Profits. I believe it comes out just before July. Definitely check that out. I know.
I'm really curious to look into that because I mean the thing is, like when you look at selling stuff that's not clothing, for example, the Orvis. So I bought this Orvis gun case, and it was like a soft fleece lined gun case. Bought it about 3-4 days ago, and I listed it yesterday, and it lasted about 7 hours. I had 2 offers on it. Then a guy bought it, and I only had 7 views total, so it like went really quick. So I guess my point behind that is that there are things outside of clothing that sell really quick and really well, like collectible stuff, a lot of vintage toys and just different things. But clothing is definitely slow to sell, but it's consistent. So things like the sport coats, you're not going to put a whole lot of money into it. Try to go on a half off day, 50% off day, and buy a sports coat or a whole suit or something for 10 or 15 bucks and list it, and then it's going to take 2 or 3, maybe 4 months to sell. But when it does, like the Harris Tweed, you paid $11, you're going to sell it for 120. That's really good profit, and it's going to come at one of those days when you're just like pissed off because nothing's selling or you can't find anything in Goodwill. Your phone's going to go ching, and it's going to be that sports coat.
I mean, about a month ago, I sold one, and it took me forever to try to list it because I'm like, man, it has 3 moss holes in it, and they're tiny holes, but they're noticeable if you put it up to the light because it's high lined. And so I took pictures of it, and I think within 2 days I sold it. I don't know if it was a keyword I used or what, but I sold it. It was Harris Tweed. It wasn't a famous brand. It was Svedberg, Alaska, and I sold it for $65, and it had 3 moth holes in it. And it took a week to sell, and the guy left me positive feedback. Because I was honest about it. I took pictures of it. I wrote it in the description, stuff like that. And so people do appreciate you telling the truth about stuff. So anyway, this is I sold this before. This is a Burberry.
You sold the same jacket before, right?
Yeah, I sold this jacket before, and it came back on me.
Yeah.
He's a really nice guy. We were talking back and forth before he bought it because I had it listed for $300. It's a vintage Burberry's.
Oh yeah.
It's like a military style jacket because it has the flap here and the flaps up top. And it's camel hair lining, so that you can take the collar neck out. You can take the middle of this. You can take the liner out, and when you take the liner out, it has this really cool.
Oh yeah, the whole back is the Novacek, you said.
Yeah, the blue Burberry Novacek. And even if you use the cuffs, you can flip them up. I mean, this thing is like all sorts of like features in it. You flip it up, and it has a Novacek there. And then if you want to pop the collar, it even has a Novacek there. I mean, this thing is.
Hold that collar up again. One thing I wanted to point out to people about Burberry is whether it's a purse or a jacket or a shirt or whatever, you can see how that thing is incredibly symmetrical. The little red line at the end of each collar is in the same spot. Anytime you see Burberry that's not sewn very symmetrical like that, it's most likely fake because almost everything they have.
I mean, you can tell this baby is well made. It's a gorgeous jacket, and I mean, I was in a store, the thrift shop where I bought it. they had like really high priced items. They had an FSU starter jacket. They wanted $40 for it. And I even asked the lady, I'm like, is this a real price? Or, I mean, she's like, oh, no, that's what we're looking for to get it. And I'm like, okay, I mean, we have a lot of people that are, you know, that went to FSU and stuff like that, Gators, all that stuff around here. And I walked around, I kind of was like beating myself up. I had my, you know, my 2 little kids with me. And I'm like, I turned the corner and something caught my eye, and it was this jacket, dude. Out of the corner of my eye, I saw this. The collar. Yeah. I looked it over, and I said to the lady, I go, it's $12. I mean, if it's not real, can I bring back and return it? And she's like, well, at this thrift shop, we don't take returns. She actually goes, I should be pricing this at $30. I'm like, all right, forget it, I'll buy it. I basically ran out of the store with it, man. And yeah, I've had it listed for a couple months, and it sold. And the guy his arms were too long for it. He was really nice guy.
Yeah.
He kept it, but I mean, it's super light. When you take the liner out,
yeah,
it's like really light. It's like a spring or fall, like light fall jacket.
Nice. But, is that your last one there?
Yeah, that's my last one. I'm good for now. I mean, we're gonna be doing these haul videos more often, and I mean, if you guys have any questions, please leave comments in the comment section. And I mean, if you have any suggestions for us, if you're looking, whether it's like shipping or, you know, if you do international shipping or pre-shipping or whatever, whether it's that or any suggestions or comments, please, because we would love to hear from you guys.
Yeah, and also if anybody has any ideas about that, the Pendleton tag on that coat that I posted earlier, if you've seen it before or have any information about it, feel free to comment on that or send us a message. Also, one thing we wanted to mention is that we have another guy, Joshua Schwartz, is going to be in the Hangout with us on a usual basis, normal basis.
Yeah, and he's one of the admins on the Thrift and Lounge group.
Yeah.
Thrift and Lounge Facebook group.
Right. What we wanted to do was to have a fourth person kind of rotating. So if any of you have like a lot of knowledge around any particular category or niche or anything like that, and you want to come on the Hangout and like kind of disclose the information or you know, take questions from people or whatever, feel free to shoot us a message on Facebook. It's called the Facebook group is called The Thrifting Lounge.
And we'll have a link at the bottom of the YouTube video, and we'll also have links to like whether it's our eBay store and stuff like that.
And the last thing I wanted to do is on all these shirts that we showed today, I will go back and add annotations later when they sell. So you can come back and view this video, you know, if you want, and we're going to be talking about how much we paid for it, how much we want to sell it for, and then there'll be a little box that pops up that says actually how much it sold for.
And I think that's about it. And yeah, so thank you guys for watching. And like I said, if you guys like what we're doing or are interested in what we're doing, we're just trying to help people out, figure out, you know, I mean, if you're at a rough spot in your life, time right now, and or whatever it is, we're trying to, you know, start a business and whatever it is. We're always moderating the group also.
Right.
And just subscribe to us. Thank you.
Yeah, cool. See you guys.